went down on Monday and Tuesday.
Actually, for the UEFA Champions League matches that went down on Tuesday and the one that went down on Wednesday. Actually, I didn't see the one that went down on Wednesday, which was
AC Milan
versus Inter Milan, but the one that went down on Tuesday, the Real Madrid versus Manchester City at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. I saw the match, but while in the first couple of minutes of the match, I was talking to some of my friends that were enjoying the match together. I told one of them, I said, Guardiola is very cautious in this match, because if you see the way Guardiola played in that match, he didn't actually attack on all fronts like he used to do. He was cautious of Real Madrid hitting him on the counter attack. If you should notice, through the course of the 90 minutes, Real Madrid had less counter attacking opportunities in the match because Guardiola was cautious. He said something after the end of the match which affirmed my statement while in the course of the match, because I told my friends then that Guardiola is very cautious. They were like, okay, it's like Madrid has gotten this formula that he didn't dominate the match the way everybody was expecting him to dominate the match. I now told them that he's trying to be cautious, not to because if he tries to attack and play an eye line that Madrid is going to hit him on counter attack. Rodrigo is a very fast player. Vinicius is also a very fast player. These guys, they will hit him on counter attack, and Benzema too is not that a very slow player, and he knows how to convert chances very well. He said something after the match that he intentionally did not substitute or make use of the players on the bench because of Bernardo Silva and Jack Grealish, because they are type of wingers that are very good in ball retentions. They don't actually lose the ball that much. So he's actually wary of wingers like, okay, maybe if they lose the ball, then they hit them on the counter attack. Because all Manchester City was trying to do is just to keep the ball to themselves all through the course of the 90 minutes. I think that is a very good approach from him, judging from what happened to him from this particular team last season. He was trying to be cautious. He has learned from his lessons and what happened to him during the course of the Champions League final against Chelsea in 2021 as well. I think it was a little bit of dull match. Everybody was not expecting everybody was expecting something like a goal galore. Manchester City trying to score and Real Madrid scoring maybe plenty goals, maybe 3-2, 4-2 or thereabout, but the match ended 1-1. I think the match is still an okay match for me.
Still an okay match for you, definitely. I came here Wednesday morning to say, to ask Anifemi if the game actually lived to the expectation, because a lot of people would have expected that the flurry of goals. This is Manchester City playing against Real Madrid, considering the fact that Erling Braut Haaland is and the class which is permanent for Karim Benzema, and the midfield veterans in which Real Madrid possess the likes of Luka Modric as well as Toni Kroos. But we didn't see the flurry of goals, but it was one apiece between both teams, and which definitely lit the fireworks, and that was an advert game for the UEFA Champions League. Manchester City are playing against Real Madrid, so you won't be here before next week Wednesday. So let me ask you at this point in time, Real Madrid against Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium, which team do you see making it? I'm not asking you for which team is going to win now. Which team do you see making it to the finals of the UEFA Champions League this season?
I think
and what approach do you think both teams they can actually make into this game to actually get the victory?
I saw something. Aguero said something about Real Madrid. He said he doesn't know whether what they actually do on training grounds is just to train for Champions League matches. I think he said that is what Real Madrid is actually good at, and no doubt they are actually good when it comes to Champions League football matches. No doubt. You cannot say okay because Manchester City portray this kind of team that they're actually the better team. Madrid can actually surprise anybody irregardless of. But the reason why I'm still going with Manchester City was because of what I saw on Tuesday night, because I saw a different Pep Guardiola, the way he packaged this team, the way he laid down his instruction, the way the players followed the instruction all through the course of the 90 minutes, and coming back to Etihad Stadium knowing that now they have the advantage and they now have to take care they now have to make use of the advantage which they had playing at the Etihad Stadium in England today. And if you look at Manchester City all through the course of the season, they've been brutal at the Etihad Stadium. Most of the goals Erling Braut Haaland has scored.
Well, for context, Manchester City have only won one away game in the UEFA Champions League this season.
And that's why I said they've been brutal at the Etihad Stadium. They've destroyed so many teams.
So also check it. Real Madrid, they've won more away from home in the UEFA Champions League this season.
Exactly. See, Madrid will always be Madrid. That's why I said Madrid will always be Madrid.
Forget not the Liverpool humbling 2 goals down, 5 goals victory. No team walks into the Anfield and do what Real Madrid did.
Shout out to Liverpool fans. I know they've learned their lessons. Moving on from that.
Shout out to Chelsea fans. Shout out to Chelsea fans as well. You know, Real Madrid defeated them 2-0 at the Santiago Bernabeu. 2-0 as well. You think you can shake? You think you can shake?
No. We all know Chelsea is a disaster this season. Everybody knows that.
You said shout out to Liverpool fans. So then I complimented you by saying shout out to Chelsea fans as well.
Fine. We got to the bit. But we are not.
Did you score?
We are not dismantled the way Liverpool was
dismantled. They were not dismantled. 6 goals to 3, and 6 goals to 2 on aggregate, 4 goes to 0. When you deduct, 2 from 6, it still gives you 4. So you are the same.
But we all know Chelsea is a disaster this season.
Team is
okay. Coming back to what I was saying, I will still give it to Manchester City. Although. Not forgetting that maybe I'm a fan of Pep Guardiola, but what I saw on Tuesday night is the reason why I'm actually giving this to Manchester City, because Madrid scoring first, I wasn't expecting Manchester City to come back. The way they scored their goals, Manchester City were not playing like, okay, we had to create plenty or clear-cut chances. The chance Kevin De Bruyne took, it was an half chance, and I think
what led to that goal, Carlo Ancelotti complained. And it was evident right after the game that the ball was out of play.
It's one of those things. It's part of football. See, VAR or no VAR. Football. Wait. Forget. Some people will say Ojoro. Some people will say Ojoro.
I wish Chelsea this for the remainder of the season.
See, things have happened to us before. Things have happened.
No, let's talk about Real Madrid now.
Okay.
Don't go to Chelsea.
Okay. What I'm saying in essence is that if you look at the way that goal was scored, I think Gundogan led the pass, and if not that Kevin De Bruyne was a very clever player, you can see that Rudiger was marking, was very close to Gundogan, and Gundogan pushed him out of his line, and Kevin De Bruyne placed his shot right into that particular space, and which Courtois, that space was very, very open, and he placed a perfect shot onto that particular spot, and the ball found the back of the net. Kudos to Manchester City in that particular area. I think if Manchester City can work their mathematics right in the second leg, I think they stand a chance against the almighty Real Madrid.
Sorry, I just want to ask for your perspective. Don't you think Real Madrid will also be looking at it from this perspective of, okay, we didn't lose at home, now we have all to play for going to the Etihad Stadium? See,
one thing that Ancelotti will be cautious of, although Ancelotti is a very good manager, you know that Manchester City, exactly, Manchester City type of team that you cannot go all attack and attack them. They will punish you severely, because you cannot say you want to play an attacking football from the very first minute to the 90 minutes against Manchester City. They will surely hurt you. You have to be cautious a little. If Ancelotti should think, I know Ancelotti will not think like that. If you should think like, okay, we have everything to play for, let's attack them, let's play high line. You cannot dominate matches against Manchester City.
Yeah, that's true. They always dominate possession.
Exactly. You cannot dominate matches. So all you have to do is just that, okay, let's not concede. Let's hope they'll make mistake and hit them on counter. I think Real Madrid will be fine with that.
You think Real Madrid would be fine with that? But